Welcome back. We are talking about causes of burnout. Now, this is quite a long video because there is quite a lot to cover. So, apologies for a long video. The Iona State University has classified or simplified the stages of burnout. The first one being the honeymoon phase, which is when the individual starts their job, if you like. Then the second stage is onset of stress. This is when trouble is on the horizon. That is followed by chronic stress, then burnout and habitual burnout. So to consider the honeymoon phase, that's when, if one was equipped with the modalities to use from the individual perspective or the institutional perspective, the person will never go on to interpret a stressor as stress. Now, stressor, stress relaxation cycle, modalities to use that's kind of beyond the remit of this mini course. This is covered in great detail in the 6-week Burnout Freedom Formula course. So if you were keen on that, please send us an email and we'll let you know about that particular program. But if one was equipped, and that's the irony of healthcare, particularly that these modalities are not taught while we are in training. Because if that was to be the case, or at least from my knowledge of what is happening around, there are some universities that have started these type of programs. But again, are they with an intention of truly doing everything is the question. But it is a welcome move. Yes, these things are starting. And that's basically the reason why, if you look at burnout 5 years ago, that has reduced slightly from, I think it was about 45%. Again, these are American figures, 45% 5 years ago to about 42%. Now, COVID-19 and the aftermath that it has left behind might make this situation worse, which is what is the prediction. So we need to kind of arm ourselves with ways and means of trying to help us. So when you start, if there were methodologies to carry on with the job from either the institutional level or the personal level, you will never interpret a stressor as stress. Stress will not remain an acute episode. It won't go into chronic situation. You won't get burnt out, and naturally there wouldn't be a situation where habitual burnout might be an issue. The causes, as we've discussed in the previous lecture, existential or circumstantial, whatever be the case, they need to be weeded out. One cannot be considered in isolation. If you were just to feel that it is the health professional or the entrepreneurs or the doctors or the teachers issue which is causing the burnout, that is completely wrong. It's a combination. It's a combination of events that kind of causes these type of issues. So to consider existential issues. So here, the issues are with regards to the meaning of work, the meaning of life, the purpose. The individual starts to become isolated. Depression can be on the horizon. The people start to harbor victim type of mentality. They regret majority of the things, and they feel they just have lost control. They feel detached. They start to feel that the role is quite uncertain. Bereavement type of things just makes matters worse, and they kind of have those emotions bottled up, and a acute trigger could cause a significant precipitation of these type of issues. So it needs to be managed quite well. Talking about circumstantial causes, workload. If the workload was significantly high over a long period of time, which was not managed very well, is what is more important. Okay, a short episode of long hours of shift, or a 1 week on-call rota is not going to give you burnout. I mean, I know several of my colleagues who work over 60 hours a week and have absolutely no problem because they know what to do. They know how to relax. They know how to go home and look after themselves and come back to normality as soon as that kind of tiredness phase goes over. We're all human beings, of course. If we overwork, we will get tired, but we need to relax ourselves. We need to start to look after ourselves, and that's what we are very bad at. That's the most important thing that we need to really learn. They start to feel that there is no control over work. Okay, so increased overload and lack of control are the two main predictors of issues that individuals will start to feel. A stressor will start to become stress. Okay, so workload needs to be managed well, and they need to have control of the situation. Okay, those 2 points are very, very important. Somebody's done a huge amount of work. They put in their might, their energy, and if they were rewarded, now the reward is not financial reward. A thank you is going to go a long way forward. So reward is significantly important. We're all human beings. We like a pat on our back, and if that comes on a regular basis, it helps significantly. It needs to be a community adventure, if you like, a team bonding, a team approach. Is quite helpful. There needs to be fairness, and there need to be values that need to be respected at work. If there were issues, they need to be discussed in a very friendly fashion. Of course, if there were issues that were coming on repetitively, then yes, they need to be weeded out, but there needs to be fairness at work. If somebody needed support, and if there was a line manager that was available, seeking help at the right point in time is very important, rather than leaving it for a long period of time when things might become quite difficult to sort out. Which is the reason why don't get burnt out. Prevent it. Okay, if you do feel that you have some of the signs and symptoms of what has been covered in these particular lectures, carry on with the course, and just get into the habit of learning the modalities that are available, because there's a lot available. These things are not new. These are time tested. These are research proven issues. So yeah, you need to harbor them. Time pressure, unreasonable time pressure. Again, time management will be covered in a 6-week course, not in this particular course, but there's a separate lecture on time management, and that's again something that the healthcare professionals or teachers or entrepreneurs who do have burnout issues are quite poor at. Okay. The theory of the 3R, the rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. It's quite important to feel renewed when somebody is put in a lot of hard work. You need to start with a new vigor so that you can put in the same might and energy that you put in yesterday or last week or last month. But if you continuously work and work and work and work and get tired and tired and tired and tired without any stress relaxation, that's going to be a problem. And that could be done with recreational activities, a bit of me time, but we'll cover that. We'll cover that in a different lecture. A feeling of gratitude or paying gratitude is extremely important. It goes a long way to say thank you, both from the person who's kind of getting burnt out, or to the burnt out person. So if I've done something and I, not superficially but kind of meaningfully thank the person for the deed that has happened, it's a good habit. Humor and laughter is medicinal. You